Good Sunday morning. It's time for my October 1st garden tour, which is happening half indoors because it is fall and it's a transition. So, not everything is outside, and the stuff that is outside is not looking as good as it once did. So, I'm going to start indoors in my spare room, which I bought grow lights, and so I'm just gonna start with that. I moved my cactuses inside, and I've got some ferns and some beets and some random things. So here we go. So my cactuses, I bought these in July, I think. I mail ordered them off of Amazon, and I know you don't know what they used to look like unless you've been watching my video, but I really do think that they've grown quite a bit this summer. So I'm happy with that. I did start some new seeds. You can't see them because they're in darkness right now. I'm going to do an indoor herb garden this winter, and I have some cat grass and some chives, and they're not sprouted yet, so there's not much to see. I bought also this month, I bought ferns from Amazon. And we're going to see how long I keep those alive. So I'm running it through grow light. And other than that, this is a pretty shady location. And my saguaro cactuses. So, and then I got some beets. I am going to try to grow these beets inside. I had beets out on my porch, which you'll see, but they're the only plant that I planted in pots that had a bug issue. And I've been cutting off the leaves, but I'm just a little bit frustrated with that. So I'm going to try to do it inside, just see if I can get beets inside, but that could be kind of questionable. And that's a Chinese forget-me-not, and I just moved it inside, repotted it and moved it inside. I've been growing them since this summer, so it's kind of a random, and it's an annual, but I'm going to see if I can get it to bloom indoors this fall. It's a slow grower. So that is the stuff in my back room. And in my other spare room, these I have way too. I had all these forget-me-nots, and I repotted them yesterday in individual 4-inch pots, and I have more to go. But this is just, they were all in one like 12-inch gardening container. I have way too many forget-me-nots. I'm going to be giving these away. Anyways, the lime tree's indoors. I think I showed this last week, but it is really in blossom. And I have some limes starting. So hopefully I get some more to set now that I brought it inside. I got a paintbrush out and pollinated. So we'll see what happens with this over the winter. It survived last winter inside. It's way bigger this year. So I'm looking forward to my tree. So here's my okra, indoor okra. I don't know if it's going to work. I still haven't got actually any okra on it, but it's getting taller, and it's taller than it was a week ago. So it's been inside about a week and a half, because it's getting down into the low 40s overnight. So it's actually growing pretty good. So that's fun. It's one of my oldest peace lilies. I noticed yesterday it's starting to get a flower. So I'm happy about that. It likes it right there. It's been up there for a long time. I did saw off the roots and repot it this summer, so it's starting to look pretty good. Oh, there's my dog. The baby banana is growing. So they grow really fast when they're happy. So, and then I've got I moved this banana right next to this one, so it's kind of my banana farm. And then I did plant a couple ferns in these terrariums, and I found these cute little squirrels, and I almost killed this one. This fern almost died, and that was the first one to go in a terrarium. I was like, oh, I didn't even know what it was, and I researched it. It needs high humidity and lots of moisture, and I put this fern in there with some more squirrels. So here we go. Here's some sunflower. What you doing? Okay. And my other banana tree. I don't know what's up with this. This one's leaf. I don't know if it's not getting enough light. I moved it into this window to see if that helps. It's like the leaves are stuck backpiling in its grow up section. So hopefully it overcomes that, but that's not looking right. Today is October 1st, so yesterday I bought a couple pumpkins. I was like, it's time for pumpkins. It's time for pumpkins. And my maple, it should be turning colors here shortly. It's gonna turn red, and those are still going. This mum is finally blooming. I've had it for all summer and it hasn't bloomed, but it finally is. So, and I'm going to give this, these are succulents, extra succulents that I don't need or want. And these are some sort of perennial aster that I planted, and when I dug it up, it divided easily. So I think it didn't grow, hasn't been growing very well because it was kind of overgrown because I got a lot of extra plants. So, and here's the rest of the forget-me-nots that I have. See, there's just so many in here. I'm gonna put these 3 pots. These are the Chinese ones. They are annuals, true annuals. So I need to repot those and just put them inside and give them away or whatever, because they won't live past blooming. Now these forget-me-nots are the true forget-me-nots, or the Alaskan, kind of the native to this area, to Alaska and stuff. These are biennials, so they are really slow growing. So I'm wondering about, I was thinking about planting, and obviously biennial, they're going to be frost hardy. I think I'm going to put them, I was thinking about planting a few of them out in the garden, or maybe just out in the forest to see if they grow out there in kind of a moist, foresty spot. Anyway, it's definitely looking like fall. There's fog, and it's supposed to be nice today, but it could rain this afternoon. I cut back the butterfly halfway. I'm going to do even more in a little bit. It was a lot of dead flowers, so I just cut back. All right, my vegetables. So here's my sickly beets. I keep cutting off the leaves that look like this, and it keeps growing new leaves that keep getting, sick. So I don't think I'm necessarily going to get beets, but I just can't have a hard time giving up on a plant. We've been harvesting our radishes, but our cabbage, and carrots, they're not quite. It's been about, I planted everything in August, early August, so got a ways to go on some of these. And the broccoli's getting taller. We've been eating our lettuce. I haven't harvested any spinach yet. The pea is getting a flower, so we're gonna get some peas. And harvesting lettuce, another broccoli plant, some kale, and I moved my zinnias. I kind of reorganized this because I moved everything down because of where the sun is landing, and that's a wind tunnel over there. This morning I woke up thinking about my sage plant, and I was realizing I haven't used it yet this year. So my first Google of the morning was sage recipes that use sage. So I'm going to stop at the store today and buy the ingredients to make a couple dishes that use sage, because I haven't yet this year, and it got a very distinct flavor, and it's really good for fall. So that's what I'm going to do today. Oh, and I got rid of my one begonia. It was starting to get root rot again. I was just, you're done. So I cleaned this area out. So my fuchsia's still here, and I moved different things to my little coffee stand. And I moved this aster over here. And my camellia is just hanging on. It looks good certain times of year, but I think it gets a little bit, I don't know what causes that. I don't know if it's too much sun. This is a little bit sunnier location this time of year, but it's cooler, but it still gets pretty warm up here. And just the chrysanthemums are still going strong. That's a really nice one. So I don't know. At first I really liked this one, but this one hadn't opened, but now I see this one, and that's pretty spectacular actually. And I got, hopefully these nasturtiums bloom. They're a kind of fall colored ones. Oh, look, they have variegated leaves. How interesting. Anyway, I just planted these one after I potted these, so hopefully we have enough time before frost for those to grow. Oh, whoa, I just walked past here. My rhodie has a bloom. That's weird. Doesn't it know it's fall? It's confused. It's confused. It usually blooms in the spring. I guess it just wanted to grow again. Huh. The primroses I dug up and divided out of my garden, some are looking okay. Some are looking okay. Those are blooming nicely. That one, there's one dead one in there. Well, that one didn't survive the cut, but that's pretty good. Pretty good odds. These empty pots have random spring bulbs. When I dug and divided my garden last week, I was focused on the crocosmia, and there was a bunch of bulbs in there, and I don't know what they are, so I just dug them all up, and then I thought, you know what, some of them I replanted just randomly around where they were, but then I had so many extras, I just was like, and I have more on order because I want some more tulips. So I thought, I'm just going to plant them in pots and overwinter them outside and see what grows in the spring. And then I'll know what they are again, and then I can divide them again and separate them by plant. That's my plan. So that is what I'm going to do. Right, and my sunflowers are looking good. So, happy with those. Oop, bird. So, oh, I got another lupin. So, some things are just, I just keep kind of deadheading these a little bit, these annuals. Of course, when we get our first frost, which isn't in the next foreseeable future. I was looking at the weather, and there's no low temperatures down that cold as far as the forecast goes through the 14th of October, so that's good. So I'll just kind of keep trimming things until things, but the peonies are starting to turn color, so they're gonna die back. There's the sun, and here's my cleaned up spot. The crocosmia, since I dug and divided it, it's kind of dying down, so then I'll cut those down in a little bit once they go dormant. Got another little dahlia, and that dahlia is still blooming, and this one is gonna try to bloom. It's late to the party. Anyway, it's finally getting enough sun, I think. Yep, just kind of slowly getting everything situated. Oh, the poppies, the ornamental poppies are going to bloom again. They're going to put on a second bloom, so that's cool. My rosemary and my sedum. So that's pretty much that. It's pretty much the garden. Let's go take a quick trail walk. And I haven't been back here for a couple weeks, so I might regret it. I don't have my boots on. I couldn't get wet feet, but I don't think the grass has grown that much yet. It has rained quite a bit in the last couple weeks. You can see everything's getting green again. If you've been watching my videos, you know that this was pretty much all brown. This is the last part to get green every year because it's not very good soil, so you gotta wait for the weeds to grow back to get the grass. Let's take a look at this trail. So yeah, the maples are just starting to turn green, and it's a little foggy this morning, so there's some, and the moss is growing back onto the trails, and there's moss on that tree. That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. All right. Things are yeah, definitely autumnal. All right. Coming up on another intersection. Oop, I hear a bird. That goes back. I'm going to go this way Oh, the uh, the the hornet's nest is gone. Well, I wonder. It fell down on its own. I wonder if it just, short-term housing, I guess. Seasonal. Well, that was good. Actually, that makes me feel better. Safer on my trail. So, I didn't know that. I didn't know that they, maybe rain. Because if they're made out of paper, the rain probably would just, if they're paper wasp or, I imagine that kind of nest, maybe ferns are looking good again. Yep, looking good. Now, I guess if my ferns don't live inside, I know where to plant them. Actually, I think those are more tropical ferns I have in my house. So anyway, back to the paper wasp. Maybe their housing doesn't hold up to water and wind. Anyway. Yep. Let's see. Yep, things are growing. Things are turning green again. Whew. The forest is happy. This is going to be a mud pit before long. Mud pit before long. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go this way, then we'll call it good. It's one of my favorite trails. Just because it winds and curves, so it's kind of pretty, but it doesn't look too autumnal here yet. There's a spider web. Let's see. I don't know. I don't think I'm going to be able to capture it. No. Anyway, lots of spider webs this time of year. Ferns back here are fine. Oh, more ferns. Oh, that tree's got some good moss on it. It's the wet. Alright. Yep. Mole holes. Alright. Yep, my toes are getting wet. Should have put my boots on. Hear a woodpecker in the distance. Little mushrooms. Yep. Yep. Oh, there's a bunny up there. Hey, Mr. Bunny. Yep. Yeah, watch out. It's not safe. All right. All right. And the trail can go that way. Or that way. Oh, more blackberries. I'll be glad when they stop growing. Not too bad. I'm looking down there. Anyways, that's probably good. That's probably good on my trails and everything. We're at almost 20 minutes. So that is probably, you get the gist. You get the gist. So I hope you're having a good week. And I will show you the season of fall as it progresses. Everything's different. It's like I said to my husband, I'm like, oh, it's summer inside. It's perpetual summer inside the house, but outside things are changing. We got, because those grow lights, it's the first year we've had grow lights, and this is really dorky, so just brace yourself. If you don't like puns. We started singing, the Christmas song, "Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow." We changed it to "Let it grow, let it grow, let it grow." So we turn on our grow lights and like, oh, the weather outside is frightful. But we got grow lights. So let it grow, let it grow, let it grow. Because we don't get a lot of snow here, and when we do, it's like really annoying because everything shuts down. So I'd rather just have grow. Let it grow, not let it snow. Anyway, have a good week. Bye-bye.